Well done, everybody. You've made it to the last talk. Hope you've enjoyed the day so far. We're going to finish off with a brilliant talk here as we delve into the world of Raceshocks UK. Simon Rogers is with me, and also Julian Van Duyken. And you're going to show us some of the products you've been working on and explain to us a little bit about the sort of the game-changing technology that you guys are working on as the future of motorsport evolves. So tell us a little bit about the lay of the land at Raceshocks UK in 2021.
Very busy. We have been fortunate all the way through the last 12 months to have remained busy through the period. I think people, customers and competitors have been sat at home, not being able to compete, but still needing to play with their cars. So yeah, we've been able to work through the COVID period quite busily. Raceshocks is sort of independent of any of the manufacturers, but we represent some serious players in the market with Tractive, Penske, Öhlins, Nitron. We work with Nitron on all the Mini Challenge UK cars. We are the service centre, technical approval. We calibrate the dampers, and that's led us into some BTCC work at the end of last year, also with the Penske stuff. So I thought we'd invite Julian along to show us the Tractive damper and its active, semi-active control systems and how it is going to be the future. I think Julian needs to turn his camera and mic on.
Just a few issues in the back, so I'm just trying to make that happen. So just bear with us for a few minutes, just to let you.
Okay. Well, that's fine. I mean, what we can talk about while we're waiting for Julian is that you also have one of the most fascinating things that I've heard of in recent years in terms of some of the stuffs that you do, and it's your circuit settings app, which essentially, from what I gather of it, it kind of replaces the black book for a race car in terms of being able to make sure that you've got everything jotted down into your app and you can start it up. It's a free app that can actually help benefit you in terms of getting the right settings for each car instead of having to write things down in a book and keep it tucked away somewhere.
That's right. We developed at the end of last year, took the plunge with a view that it is a marketing tool to keep our name in front of everybody. It is completely free to use. We'd like you to sign up so that we have your email. We can send you the odd piece of marketing. It won't be onerous because we don't have time to do that much marketing in our business. But it literally is a little black book that you tend to forget and not take to the event, but you can create new events, new sessions, record your damper settings, your springs, your corner weights, but you can recreate a new event for the next time out by just copy and pasting across. So you don't have to re-enter data, but you can just fine tweak that current session and record it. So was it -5 on the front damper? Was it -6? Did you forget? It's there. What tire temperatures? And we've got alignment on there, even aero load for some of our smaller hill climb cars. I'm involved in hill climb and sprint. So yeah, we just looked at it. What would we need for ourselves? And that was the way we went about developing it. It's a rudimentary database, but you can take a picture of the day so you can remember, where was I that I was parked next to somebody and I made a change. You're taking a picture of where you were in the paddock, and that'll jog your memory about what the event was. So it'll show you the weather conditions, what circuit. We have a dream, a view for the future that we could make a pro version. That would need to be monetized. It's exceptionally expensive to create an app. Quite surprising, quite shocking when we saw the bill. But yeah, there may be a pro version of the app that teams could use so that they can compare. You know, Caterham races. There are teams that run 6-7 Caterhams at a time. What are their drivers doing? Why is this driver? Do they want to compare that data? So yeah, there are options in the future, but that would then need to make the next step.
Well, it's fascinating stuff, and I have to say, you know, some of the products that you guys are coming up with, it's not just exploring more efficient uses of the technology, but it's also game changing in terms of where the future of the industry is moving.
Absolutely. The tractive system where you can gain minutes per lap. A little quick example, the tractive will endorse, I'm sure, they on a 24-hour race at Nürburgring 18 months ago, I believe, they ran a Mustang in a GT4 class. It wasn't really a GT4 car. It was a stripped out Mustang stock engine, but had tractive dampers on. It ran against Audi TTs in full GT4 form. It was 8 seconds or so a lap slower than them in the dry. It rained, so they pressed the soft button, rain button. They were then 40 seconds a lap faster than the same GT4 car.
So this is essentially potentially able to change the face of motorsport. All those people that have struggled to adapt to weather situations, if there is light rain during the course of a race, instead of trying to second guess the weather, you can basically push a button and determine the weather of your car.
You could have pre-settings. In some of our shared drive Mag 7s, we have the with the Classic Sports Car Club. We have Caterham's racing there. They have shared drivers. They have a driver change in a 40-minute race. You can jump in the car and press memory function 2, and you've got driver 2, memory function 3. So you've got different setups, and you can each driver can change. So there are 5 memory functions on the screen on the dash at any one time. If your rear tires get burnt off a little bit, so you need a bit more grip at the rear, soften the rear. It's all a touch of a button.
You clearly said the right thing because someone was trying to get a sale then. So you'll have to go back to that in a moment, Simon. I've just been told, Julian, for some reason, the technical problems are still there. If interested people do want to see how that particular system operates, Julian will be around and will be on the table so he can give you a visual demonstration of how this particular adaptive component is working. Simon, this is a company, obviously, Raceshocks, that you have developed this not just in one field either. This is the thing, because obviously this is a very interesting and dynamic field of technology. But you've taken this through the worlds of hill climbing, through sprinting, through autograssing, where the suspension is literally going on overtime. So all of this adaptive knowledge, you've taken it from off-road motorsport and you've been able to put it into every single product that you've now started to develop and produce. So just what's next? I mean, where are we going to be looking at in terms of the future technology of this? What's the next ambition?
We want to do the best for all of our customers. And I think what we do here is individual. We don't sell off the shelf. A number of the brands that we represent have off the shelf systems, kits available for this car and that car. And we go the next step. Nobody's the same. Nobody has the same use. So we can sell that off the shelf item, but it's very, very rare that we do. We add to it. We individualize it. We take people's corner weights in competition and what their use is, what the power is, and yeah, it's a bespoke kit. We don't charge too much on top, but it really makes the difference. And to be topical, our R number, which is why I think we've grown so well, is our R number is very high. And for every new customer, it brings 2 or 3 new customers each time. We look at these shows and we like to be present. We've had a presence at Autosport for the last few years and the Motorsport Days Live. There's no speaking to people is where it's at, whether that's via social media or this type of platform. Hard copy advertising doesn't seem to work in our. We like to talk about cars, don't we? And I think that's where the marketing works and where Facebook, Instagram, etc. make the difference for us. And these little forums, little chats, somebody might say something left of field, but I'd go back there and I'll speak to them because there's something else for us. And I think that's where what we do here is we don't just sell, by the way, we service. As I say, we service everything that we sell, and we have our own dyno, so we can correlate things. We take care. We just take care and put systems in place to to track our dampers that we service, where we're, Mini Challenge was being, we found when we first started the Mini Challenge service, we were being asked to service a damper that I'm sure we serviced this one last week, and I'm not sure there was the recording there, whereas now we track every damper, what it was serviced, what was repaired, and which driver was, because the dampers in a championship like that float around between drivers because they're all matched. So when people have an off and they have to borrow something, they know they're getting the same product.
It is fascinating. It's a part of the motor racing industry I wish I was more intelligent to grasp, because the technology is so complex, and I love seeing how it evolves. For those who are interested, I know obviously that Julian Van Duyken, your colleague, is standing by in the table towards the side of the presentation stage area here. You can have a look. He's going to demonstrate how this particular new product works, and I think it'd be very interesting for people to see it in actual operation and see how it functions. Simon, a massive thank you for coming in and talking to us a little bit more. If people have questions for you, I'm sure that they can get through to you, and I'm sure you'll be more than happy to set up more conversations and more interactive opportunities with people who are interested in exploring the Raceshocks range a little bit more in detail. So I'll allow people obviously to do that when we reconvene at another time. So thank you for talking to us, Simon. It's been a real pleasure. Really interesting insight.
Thank you very much. Pleasure to be here. I'm looking forward to the next one.
Thank you. On that subject, we will close very shortly, but in order to do so, just a reminder you all to put some dates in your diaries, because the next Motorsport Trade networking event from BWR Media, the MSD Live, is going to be held, hopefully, as long as everything goes according to plan, in person at the 13th of July, which is a Tuesday midweek, and that'll be at Castle Donington Park. We're all hoping to be there for that. And then, of course, fingers crossed, everything going according to plan, we will be back at Silverstone, as we had intended to do at the end of 2020 at the Wing, and we will be there on the 19th and 20th of November 2021. So put those dates in your diary: the 13th of July at Donington Park and the 19th and 20th of November 2021 at Silverstone in the Wing. We hope that the world situation improves enough that we can all start to meet up there in person and do these things one more time. It would be wonderful. For all the other details and information, please head to Motorsport Days Live on social media, and of course on the website. Contact Ben if you need any more information, and obviously we can reconvene and keep these networking opportunities going. The stage and the room is going to close in a little under 6 minutes time. So do finish off those networking opportunities that you can. Continue to make those connections. Continue to talk to people. Let's keep the motorsport world afloat despite these difficult times. The community is only as small as we choose to make it. It's been wonderful to have you all here, and hopefully you'll all attend again for the next one. It's been very enjoyable. We hope you enjoy yourselves over the course of the next few weeks as well. I'm Jake Sanson. Thank you very much for allowing me to be part of your lives for a day, and we'll see you at the next one. Thank you very much indeed for your time. Take care.